Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the number to zoom into is 360-538-0000.
Okay.
And just making sure your case does not end in 143, does it? You're not on our docket sheet.
Case ending in 457.
Okay, go ahead and zoom into that new number I just gave you.
Okay. Because on my paper it said 436.
The judges switched courtrooms.
Okay, so which courtroom would it be? Do I just
Judge Jaque, Jaque.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, person with the phone number ending in 4410. Turn your audio
Yes, how you
on.
doing?
Hi, what time does your case start?
9:30. I am the owner of the house, and my lawyer is supposed to be here dismissing this case.
Okay, is your lawyer Miss Haddad?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah, that case was dismissed. The 930 Sweet Properties LLC.
Yes, sir.
All right, we just called it and it's dismissed. So you're free
Okay.
to leave. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. If you
All
don't have, if your case hasn't been called and you're scheduled before 9:35, you're in the wrong courtroom. We only have, that was the 9:30 case. So if you're scheduled for 9:30 on anything, you're likely supposed to be in Sean Jaque. His notices say 436. But he's in 538 now. So Moto G Power, Madam Court Reporter's checking people in, but
Moto-
we're saying, yeah, go for it.
Moto G Power, unmute your microphone. Moto G Power. Unmute yourself.
Let me see, I can request for her to unmute and then she can press that button. There we go.
Hello,
Hi, what time is your case scheduled for?
9:30.
Okay, you belong in a different courtroom. What's your name though? Let's hear your name.
Latanya Evans.
Okay, Miss Evans, if you have a pen, I'll give you a number to zoom into another courtroom. You're in Judge Jaque's courtroom.
Okay, I gotta get a pen. Where's my purse? Okay, I'm gonna get a pen.
You got it?
Miss Tamara Brewer, what time is your case scheduled for?
9:30.
Okay, you need to get a pen. I'm going to give you a number also. You're going to sign out and sign back into Zoom with this new number.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, it's 360
Mhm.
538 0000.
It's 360-538-0000.
Yes,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, Miss.
Yeah, I'm back, Miss Evans.
Okay, do you have your pen?
Yes, I do.
Okay, the number is 360
360
538
538
00
00
00.
Okay.
So sign out and sign back into Zoom with that number.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, Mr. Kilgore. Mr. Kilgore. Hello, Moto G Power.
Did Moto G Power say she had a 9:30?
9:30.
All right, I'm just gonna remove her from the room. 538. You're supposed to be in 538. Why don't we put her in the breakout room and have UCHC tell them where, direct them, and then.
I think I gave that person the number.
Yeah, I'm gonna just remove her.
She just doesn't know how to get out, maybe.
Maybe. All right, call a few more cases. Calling case number 22394809. This is Sweet Properties LLC versus Denisha George and occupants on 16551 Mansfield. May I have appearances?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Is Denisha George here? Is anyone who occupies 16551 Mansfield present? Counsel, did you receive an escrow order?
I do not know, Your Honor. I do not believe so.
I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. There's an escrow order for $903 to be paid every third. So January 3rd, it should have been a payment, and February 3rd, it should have been a payment. So we're gonna check to see.
Okay.
What is your ledger?
Well, I don't think that the problem is, I don't think the ledger would actually reflect those payments, but I can check. Yeah, the ledger. Yeah, I'd have to ask, I'd have to ask the tenant if she actually paid into escrow, or I have to call the court to ask.
I'll check it right now.
Thank you.
Went to escrow enter December 13th.
Escrow paid.
No judge.
Do you have a proof of service in your file for this matter?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, because none of your, I mean, yeah.
I could submit hard copies of the proofs. That's not an issue.
Okay, it's just an issue on my side.
Would you like me to show you the proof of service?
Now, you said you had it.
I do.
I'll take that, but they're missing in all your files.
Okay, so
Last 10 of them from yesterday, and all of them from today. So I don't know what's going on.
well, would you like me to indicate how service was effectuated for this one?
Yes.
Service was effectuated on 11/25 by way of posting.
And who served it?
Our process server, Your Honor.
Okay, who's that?
Rick Lewis.
It was posted what day?
Let me just take a quick look. It was posted on 11/25, Your Honor.
Right. I'll recall this matter at 10:35 for attendant doesn't appear. I'll enter a default. We have one more 9:35. Calling case number 22394839. This is National Real Estate Management Group versus Malika Ware, occupants at 2925 Lawrence Street.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff. Just for the record, service was effectuated on December 1st by way of posting by our process server, Rick Lewis.
All right, and now we're at 3 attempts.
Yes, Judge.
Right. I'll recall this matter. Is anyone here from 2925 Lawrence Street? Recorder, recall this matter at 10:45? 10:35, yeah. I'll call your 841 and your 842 right now. Calling case number 22394841. National Real Estate Management Group versus Mia Taylor and all occupants on Evergreen. Can I have appearances?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff. Service was effectuated on 11/26 by way of posting by our process server, Rick Lewis.
All right. Is anyone here from 9980 Evergreen Road? I'll recall this matter. On case number 22394842. This is National Real Estate Management Group versus Jashay Thompson and occupants on Phillip Street.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff. We move to dismiss without prejudice. The balance is 0, so the tenant has paid.
Okay. Dismissal granted. I don't have anything else ready to call for you. Are parties ready on 204? Calling case number 22393204. Sebastian Wilder versus Johnny Arrington and all occupants.
Gerald Featherson, P 83480, standing in for attorney of record Matt Krager.
Is Attorney Karak here? Or anyone from Attorney Karak's office? Mr. Featherston, are you in here all day?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, I'll recall this matter when I see Attorney Karak present. I'll give counsel a few more minutes and maybe in 533.
Understood.
Calling case number 22393323. This is Level 5 Real Estate LLC versus Patrice Johnson and all occupants on Fairfield in the lower unit.
Patrice Johnson.
Morning, Ms. Johnson. Is Albert Thomas Puglia here or anybody from Level 5 Real Estate? Ms. Johnson,
Yes,
how much rent do you currently owe?
I don't owe anything. That's why I'm in court.
Okay, so you don't owe anything? This should be
No.
dismissed. So what
Yes.
do you want me to do?
Dismiss the case.
Dismissal is granted.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Sterling.
You're free to leave. Continue to pay your rent, but you don't have an action in here because you paid your rent. Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Thank you.
Hello, person with the phone number ending in 4410. 4410.
Yes, how you doing, ma'am?
Hi, what time is your case scheduled for?
It's supposed to be at 9 o'clock. 9:30. And this was Mutual Property LLC for 14814 Rosemary. My lawyer just called me, and I just told her that y'all said it was dismissed.
Does your case end in 143, your case number?
No, 6659.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a different number to sign into Zoom. You're in a different courtroom. Do you have a
Okay.
pen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's 360
Uh-huh.
538
538.
00
Okay, thank you. All
4
right, thank you.
zeros.
You're
Okay,
welcome. Good luck.
Yeah, he said he was supposed to be in. Can I bring his ID?
hello, person on the Samsung SM device, Samsung SM, unmute your microphone.
Hello,
Hello, Samsung, what time is your case scheduled?
9:25. Janine Austin.
Okay, Miss Austin, you're in the right courtroom.
Okay.
Just go ahead and remute your microphone and wait for someone to speak with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Horka, Ms. Austin is present.
Hello, Aisha Johnson. Aisha Johnson, unmute your microphone.
Yes, hello.
Hi, what time is your case scheduled for?
I believe it's for 10 o'clock. I was wondering if, wanting to make sure I was in the correct courtroom as well.
Okay, what's the last 3 digits of your case number?
886.
Okay, you are not in the right courtroom. If you have a pen, I'll give you a number to zoom into.
All right, give me one quick second, please. I'm ready.
Okay, it's 360
360
538
538
00
00
00.
00. All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too. Hello, Brittany Edwards. Brittany
Yes.
Edwards. Hi, what time is your case scheduled for?
9:30.
Okay. All right, I'm going to give you a number. You're going to go into Judge Jock's courtroom. Are you ready for the number?
Yes.
Okay, 360-538-0000. So sign out and zoom back in under that number.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Austin?
Hello, Johnny Arrington.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Arrington. You are checked in. You're in the correct courtroom. Just wait for someone to speak with you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Calling case number 22394843. This is National Real Estate Management Group versus Michelle Anderson and all occupants at 8661 Beachdale. Or to recall this matter. Oh,
I'm ready, Judge. Rania Haddad, P 84927, on behalf of the plaintiff. The service was effectuated on this one on 11/26 by way of posting by our process server.
and it's the same process server.
Yes, Judge, we use one process server for 36th District.
All right, what's his name?
Rick Lewis?
Have you asked Rick, Mr. Lewis, about these batches of cases? Yesterday, people were here yesterday, there's nobody here today.
They may be in courtroom 533.
We'll see. Calling case number 22394974. Aaron Apartments versus Stella Brown and occupants on Field Street. You have one more scheduled for 9:05. Calling, court to recall that matter. Calling case number 22395144. This is Sweet Properties versus Kishona Taylor Wines and occupants on Waverly Street. Are you Kishona Taylor Wines? Do you live on Waverly Street, sir?
Hello.
On this matter. Phone number ending in 2689. Who are you?
Right here. I'm all right.
Who are you?
Sherelle Shaw. I'm Sherelle Shaw.
All right, Mr. Sean, what time is your case scheduled for?
I think it's for 9:30.
Sherelle Shaw?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're supposed to be in Zoom room 538. So 360-538-0000.
That's where you want me to go?
That's where I want you to go. They switched courtrooms. Court switched courtrooms. So your attorney, your notice says 436. I'm aware of that. And the people in my courtroom, their notice has another courtroom on it. So court is aware. And zoom into 538. Judge Jock.
You know what room 538 is?
You know how did you get in here, sir?
Zoom.
Yeah, you gotta do it right on your phone.
They said I gotta do it from my phone. The guards, the bailiffs.
Where are you?
I'm on the second floor.
Tell them to come. Tell them to let you. Why can't you go in the courtroom? Just go to 538. Ask them to let you go to 538.
Who is that?
That's the little.
It's Judge Sabree. Judge Sabree.
Judge Sabree?
Yeah.
You're gonna miss your court date and you're standing downstairs in the lobby. This makes no sense.
Okay, you still need to put your mask on.
Okay.
Let's go to 538.
All right, here I come. Here I come right now. You know.
All right, and let the judge know that you're checking in for your matter. Thank you, bailiffs, if you're still there. If you're here.
No. I'm coming up right now.
Okay, 538. You can hang out.
Okay.
Right.
Person with the phone number ending in 6024. 537-6024. Hi, what time was your case scheduled?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. What's your name?
William C. Parker.
Okay, you are in the correct courtroom. Just go ahead and remute your microphone and wait for someone to speak with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Dodd,
Yes, Judge.
you made a good point. Your defendants may be in 533. So before we call the defaults, can you make sure you check 533?
Sure, I'll do that right now, Judge.
All right, thanks.
Hello, person with the phone number ending in 9417. 94.
Davis.
Hello, what time is your case?
Hello.
What time
You
is
said
your
what?
case scheduled?
I think it's at 10:15. I'm not sure.
What's your name?
Roosevelt Davis.
What are the last three digits of your case number?
Okay, let me see. Case number 291.
Okay, you belong in a different courtroom. If you have a pen, I'll give you that number.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, it's 360.
Okay,
538
538.
0000. So you're
Nothing
going
I
to
dialed, man. Oh,
you're
no, I
going to
didn't. Okay, the 538 is different. So
sign
what do I
out and
do?
sign out and zoom back in with that number. However you signed into Zoom, that is your new number.
Okay, so do I dial the 929 number or the number you just gave me?
I don't know how you signed into Zoom. You need to
I dialed.
sign back in and use that new number I just gave you.
Okay, will that new number be my ID number?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and what time is my time? Do you know?
I don't know because you belong in a different courtroom. You're in Judge Jock's courtroom.
Judge Jock. Okay, so I'm gonna dial the same numbers and just put this as my ID number in, the one you just gave me.
Yes.
Thank you. What is
You're
your
welcome.
name?
Allison.
Dellison?
Allison.
Allison.
Yes.
Okay, Allison. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Yes, hello? Hello?
Hello,
Yes, my name is,
person with the phone number ending in 9814.
yes, Bridget Peters,
What time is your case scheduled for?
10 o'clock.
Okay, you belong in a different courtroom also. If you have a pen, I'll give you that number.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Go
it's
ahead.
360
360
538
538
0000.
0000.
So
So that's the number.
sign back into Zoom with that number.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
How
Hello,
you doing?
Gregory Thompson. Gregory Thompson.
Danny Ellis.
Person with the phone number ending in 9789. 9789. Gregory Thompson.
No, this is Gwendolyn Gore.
Okay, right now I'm speaking to Gregory Thompson.
No, that's my son-in-law.
Oh, okay. So your name on the screen says Gregory Thompson, but what is your name?
Gwendolyn Gore, Goree.
What time is your case scheduled for?
10:30.
Goree.
This is Sabree, right?
You are not in the correct courtroom, Miss Gore. If you have a pen, I'll give you a number. You're going to sign out and sign back into Zoom with the new number.
Okay.
Okay, it's 360-538-0000.
Okay. And so what, dial this number?
However you signed into Zoom, you're going to sign out, sign back into Zoom with this new number I just gave you.
Okay, I'll try it. I'm not that computer savvy. Okay, thank you.
Good luck.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes, my name is Danny Ellis.
Hold on.
Court date at 9:30.
Hold on. Okay, are you the person with the phone number ending in
This is somebody else. This is somebody else I'm using.
Person with the phone number ending in 9789.
The phone number is 929 436.
Okay, sir, is your phone number ending in 9789?
Oh, I don't know which number. He just gave me his phone.
Okay, what time was your case scheduled for?
9:30.
9:30. What's your name?
Yes, Danny Ellis. Hey, Miss, last
Ellison?
week I had huh?
Okay. Ellison?
No, Ellis, Ellis.
Okay, you're in the wrong courtroom. I'm going to give you.
Okay, I gotta get a pen.
Get a pen.
Okay. It's in the drawer. I gotta go in the kitchen. Hold on. Oh man. I got a paper picture. Hello, you there?
I'm here. Do you have a pen?
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the drawer. Getting it now. And Miss, last week on the
Do you have a pen, Mr. Ellis?
Yes, ma'am. Last week I called for another court date, and you never answered the phone. Like I'm talking to you now. And what happened? I had an answer the phone, and then
Mr. Ellis, you need to get a pen.
Talk to me like I'm talking to you. It was 9:30, and they never come to the phone.
You need to get a pen.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, it's 360.
360. 0,
538
9, 3, 8,
00 00.
0, 0. Okay, well, okay,
Sign
so I had a
out
court date.
and sign back in with that new number into Zoom.
Okay, so I had a court date.
Okay,
And then
Mr.
they answered the
Ellis.
phone. Miss, I'm trying to
Sign
tell you
out.
something. I had a court date and they never did answer the phone. So they said I missed my I got a letter in the mail saying that I missed my
Mr. Ellis, sign out
What?
and sign back in with that number I just gave you.
sign out
Yep.
and do what?
Sign back into Zoom with that number I just gave you.
Put the meeting number too? Enter the meeting ID too?
Yes.
Okay. All right then. How you put this thing on? Oh.
Ms. Hoffman, you have great patience.
I really don't. I really don't.
Good.
Hello, person on the iPhone. It just says iPhone on the screen. Person on the iPhone, unmute your microphone.
I'll ask him to unmute.
Hello.
Hello, are you on the iPhone?
Yes.
What time is your case scheduled for?
10, 10:30.
10:30, what's your name?
Asia Jones.
Okay, I do not see you listed on our docket sheet. If you have a pen, I'll give you a new number. You're in Judge Jock's courtroom.
Madam Court Reporter, she's actually scheduled for 10 a.m. today.
Oh, okay. 10.
Oh, Asia Jones. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Jones, Ms. Jones, I'm gonna send you a prompt to join me in a breakout room.
Okay.
Hello, Carmen Williams. Carmen Williams.
Yes.
Hi, what time is your case scheduled? Oh, I see you on the docket sheet. Okay, you are in the correct courtroom. So just go ahead and mute your microphone and wait for someone to speak with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Gregory Thompson. Gregory Thompson. Gregory Thompson, turn your audio on.
Oh, she's not connected to the audio.
Gregory Thompson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they look like they're trying to connect.
Judge, if you're available and willing, Mr. Bajani and I have reached a resolution on our case.
Okay, I'll let the judge know he comes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Allison, were you ever in juvenile court?
Yes.
Because you and I know each other. I'm trying to remember, was that with Perkins or with someone else? Back in the day?
Who's speaking? I can't tell.
This is Robert Santiago. I was a juvenile defender for 13 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was a floater over there. I'm
Okay.
just a fill-in. So yep, I was over there quite a lot before COVID. Yep.
Correct. So I know, well, I haven't been there in a while, but I do remember you. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. I haven't been back there since COVID, so yeah, yeah. Lot of things changed since then.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Cassandra Turner.
Hi,
Hi, what time is your case scheduled?
10:45.
Okay, I see you on the docket sheet. You're in the correct courtroom. So just go ahead and remute your microphone and wait for someone to speak with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Madam Reporter,
Yes.
I'm looking at these documents from the court, and I have about 12 cases, and all of them say courtroom 436, and the correct courtroom should be with Judge Jacquet. Have you been rerouting all the people that do check in?
The people that are not on Judge Sabree's docket sheet, we've been sending over to Judge Jock's courtroom.
Okay, just making sure, because they must have received the same notice to appear as I'm looking at.
You have one case in here, it looks like.
That's correct.
Yep. So yeah, whoever is not on Sabree's docket sheet is getting sent to Jock's.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, Demetrius Green.
Yes, sir.
Hi, what time is your case scheduled?
10:30.
Okay, I do not see you on our docket sheet for 10:30.
Demetrius Green is in the wrong courtroom. Demetrius Green should be in courtroom 538.
Okay, Ms. Green, if you have a pen, I'll give you a new number. You're gonna sign out and sign back into Zoom with this new number.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, the number's 360 538
Okay.
0000.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Person with the phone number ending in 7199.
Yes,
Hi, what time was your case scheduled?
10:55.
And what's your name?
Daryl Bernard Gaines.
Okay, you are in the correct courtroom. So just go ahead and remute your microphone and wait for someone to speak with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning. The court has called everything. There's a 10 a.m. case with William Parker versus Asia Jones. There's a 10:05 with Attorney Callahan with Alexia Goldman. There's 10:15 with Jasmine Sanders, a 10:25 with Vincent Starks, and a 10:30 with Erica Oliver. If you're a defendant and you didn't hear your name, you're likely in the wrong courtroom if your case is before 10:30. So the court recognizes that notices say 533. I was able to get a few defendants over to this courtroom. I just received a phone call from 533. I will be right back. I'll be back and we'll call these cases. But if your case is before 10:30 and you didn't hear your name called, you're not Asia Jones, Alexia Goldman, Jasmine Sanders, Vincent Starks, or Erica Oliver, and your case is between 10 and 10:30, you're likely not in this courtroom. There's a high likelihood.
Judge, this is Ili Bajani. I have a 9 a.m. to be called.
I'll recall it. Let's see, what is it? Yeah.
456.
All right, I'll call him when I get back because the clerk is waiting for me so she can free up. So I need to log into 533 and send these people over here. So
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'll call that case in about 5 or 10 minutes as soon as I get back.
Hello, Erica's iPhone. Erica's iPhone.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, what time is your case scheduled?
10:30.
10:30. Are you Erica Oliver?
No, Erica Ransom.
Okay. You are in the wrong courtroom. If you have a pen, I'll give you a number. You will sign out and
Okay.
sign back into Zoom with the new number.
Okay.
Okay, it's 360-538-0000.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anita Jones, you are in the correct courtroom. Just keep your microphone muted until someone speaks with you. You're checked in. Hello, person on the screen, Aisha. Aisha. Hi.
Yes.
What time is your case scheduled for?
10:30 a.m. It's supposed to be under Tajane, not Aisha.
Okay, this is, what's your name, ma'am?
Tajane.
And you're scheduled for 10:30?
Yes.
Okay, I do not see you on our docket sheet. Does your case end in 388?
One second.
Your case number?
No, it's 330.
Okay, you belong in a different courtroom. If you have a pen, I'll give you that number.
Sure.
Okay, that is Judge Chuck's courtroom. It's 360-538-0000.
Can you repeat that for me?
360-538-0000.
360-538-00.
00, 4 zeros at the end.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, parties. All right, I'm done. I'm out of 533. I put a message up at 533, so any defendant who checks in should be on notice to check in here. Several of you all, I know Estella Brown, Cassandra Turner, I know you all were in the other courtroom. I know I have 4, 5, 6 ready to go. I'm going to call the 10 to 10:30 cases, and then we'll do 4, 5, 6 first. Attorney Landau, I believe Mr. Vajani's doing Attorney Landau's cases. Your check, Janine Austin is checked in. Janine Austin, have you talked to anybody from the plaintiff's office?
Yes, she's talking with me right now, Your Honor. She's in a breakout room.
All right, thank you. And then somebody needed help in breakout room 10. The notices come up on my screen. Michelle Anderson, I believe it was.
Understood.
Somebody check in on room 10 so we don't have defendants leaving and becoming confused, because it is confusing. So
I believe legal assistant Miranda Holler is in breakout room 10 with her.
all right, great. Sounds great. Does everybody have breakout room privileges who needs them? Parker, do you have them? Nope, and I just gave them to you. Mr. Dodd, do you have them?
I do, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Dodd, I'm going to continue to call your cases. If you can get your service guy on the line, that'll make the court much more comfortable, because none of your defendants are showing up. But just try to get them on. Try to get them on the phone if you can. I'll continue to call these cases. See, William Parker is here. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right. Let's see. So 974, Estella Brown is here, Mr. Horton. And I've called that case. And I called Shanita Jones. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. And if parties are sitting and need to talk to counsel, this is the time to do it. Being very liberal, because I know there's some confusion in courtrooms. We'll start with Mr. Parker's case ending in 315. Calling case number 2239-3315, William C. Parker versus Asia Jones and all occupants. May I have appearances for the record?
William C. Parker.
Good morning, Mr. Parker. Is Asia Jones present?
It looks like she's in a breakout room, Your Honor, with Leslie Lott.
All right, when Attorney Lott returns from the breakout room, we'll recall this matter and we'll give the court the time to review the correspondence presented by plaintiff in this matter. So we'll recall this matter when Attorney Lott is out of the breakout room. Just notify the court, Mr. Parker, you can do it. Attorney Lott can do it. Don't concern yourself with interrupting. Just put your hand up or whatever you deem effective. Mr. Featherston.
Yes, Your Honor. If Attorney Parak is present, I believe we're going to call that matter ending in 3204.
Okay, I'm gonna call these next four so that if defendants are present, they'll be on alert, and then I'll loop back to your matter after 456.
Understood.
You said Parak, right? Conditional dismissal at 9:45?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, we'll get right to it. Thank you. Yep. Calling case number 2239-4845. This is National Real Estate Management Group versus Alexia Goldman and all occupants on Roselawn Street. May I have your appearance? We'll recall this matter. Calling case number 2239-4976. This is Newberry Homes versus Jasmine Sanders and occupants of 29th Street. Do we have anyone here on this matter?
Joe Horka, P759969, standing up for Mark Lineup for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Mr. Horka. Is Jasmine Sanders present? I'll recall this matter. Counsel, all counsel eligible for default. 533 is open. I do have a message up in 533. I'm just asked that before we call defaults, check the room. You can log out, check that, and come back, whatever you want to do just before your defaults are prime, because we're working on multiple courtrooms.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll recall that matter. Mr. Maxim Cove, this is yours. Calling case number 2239-3388-21, Property Management versus Erica Oliver and occupants on Waltham Street in the city of Detroit.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andre Maximkov, P number 77071, appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
Good morning. Is Erica Oliver here?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Oliver. Ms. Tobin, can you change Erica's name to Erica Oliver 388 when you get a chance? Our party's ready to proceed.
Your Honor, I don't know whether or not Ms. Oliver is being represented. This was a non-payment case filed in October of 2022. I know that at the last hearing, which took place on January 25th, defendant spoke with legal aid Matt Kroger. So I don't know whether or not she's represented, but I am ready to proceed, Your Honor.
I haven't spoken to anyone yet.
I see that Attorney Krager was appearing on an advisory basis. I have notes that your rent is $450 a month and it increased to $800 a month in July 2022. Is that correct?
Yes.
Your last payment was what? When was your last payment?
In October.
And what amount was that?
500.
Okay. Did you deposit the $150 to the court by February 16th?
I didn't have any information to put it through. Nobody told me how to put it in escrow. It didn't tell me nothing.
Let me check the ROA. Did you receive an escrow order from the court? An order for escrow from the court?
Yes, but I don't know how to deposit the money into escrow. Nobody told me that before.
Did you go to the courthouse?
I didn't. I was supposed to go to the courthouse and deposit it.
Yes, the order says dependent shall deposit with the court $150. So, yes, you would go to the court.
I wasn't aware that I was supposed to go down to the court. I thought it was something that I could do like online or something.
Okay, well, we're here today, and what is the total amount due and on right now?
$4,910 plus $160 cost, Your Honor.
What were the costs, Mr. Maximo?
160, Your Honor.
160. All right. Does that bring a total to $5,070?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Oliver, when can you pay your balance?
My balance to what? The escrow amount?
No, the amount that's due and owing.
It's gonna have to be like a payment plan.
Well, if you can work a payment plan out with Mr. Maximkov, that is between you and the parties. I can't enter a payment plan, and it doesn't sound like one has been negotiated.
That's correct, Your Honor. My client is not interested. There's a significant amount of money that is owed. We would ask that a judgment be entered today. Again, for the record, this case was filed in October of 2022.
Do you have a proposed move-out date, Mr. Maximkov?
I will leave it up to the court to do what is just.
All right. Ms. Oliver, when can you pay the balance owed of $5,070 or vacate?
Your Honor, I can just vacate because it's no way, if it's not going to be a payment plan, I don't have it right now to actually give all to. And on top of that, the last court date when we spoke about the heating situation, I haven't heard anything about that getting fixed anyways.
How much time do you need? I understand the court's understanding of the situation of both parties. One party wants money, one party wants shelter. How much time do you need?
March 1st.
Mr. Maxikoff, is that?
March 1st is okay with me, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there any objection to an all occupants judgment?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Oliver.
Yes.
This judgment, this will be entered as a judgment by hearing. We had a hearing. The judge ruled on it. It's a judgment by hearing with a pay amount of $5,070 or vacate date of March 1st. If you do not vacate or pay by March 1st, an order of eviction can be filed by plaintiff's counsel. Plaintiff's counsel did agree that the judgment can be entered in all occupants in lieu of Erica Oliver and all occupants, which means that Ms. Erica Oliver won't have a judgment on her record for a failure to pay $5,070. So the court will enter this judgment. It'll be a judgment by hearing, and the court will sign it as soon as the court receives it. Wish you luck, Ms. Oliver. Do you understand the terms of the judgment?
Yes.
All right. You all have a great day. This concludes this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. As promised, I know there are 1045s. Ms. Al-Jaburi, I see you have one with Carmen Williams and Attorney Landau. Good morning. Let's have a conversation with Mr. Horka. I'll give you breakout privileges to make things more effective. Attorney, oh, she's not. Morning, Mr. Lewis.
Morning, Your Honor.
Okay, did you do the service for, okay, so you're doing a service for Attorney Callahan's cases?
Yes, sir.
All right, I don't have proof of service for a lot of these files. I know, so can you stick around to attest to some of these files when we call defaults?
Yes.
All right, so just, I'm gonna call a few more cases and you can just put me in the background, but I think it would be helpful for you to attest to the service for these files, because it may not have made it to the file. So I feel I'll enter them with you being here, without you being here, it'd be another adjournment date, and we don't need to push it over if we can move forward today. So just sit tight. I'll try to call your cases. I'll try to call Callahan cases in a batch. I want to get a few more of these cases that are ready to go out of here. So just keep me on in the background. There are only two attorneys really after 1045, so we'll move a little faster once we get these cases that are ready to go. So conditional dismissal. I see Attorney Parak is here. I see, is Attorney Featherston in here?
Yes, Your Honor.
And let's do 204, 3204.
We good.
3204. Calling case number 2239-3204. This is Sebastian Wilder versus Johnny Arrington and occupants on Ward Street. May I have appearances for the record?
Kathleen Brock, Your Honor, P78404 for the plaintiff.
Gerald Featherson, P83480, standing in for attorney of record, Matt Krager.
Johnny Arrington.
Thank you. Johnny Arrington. I have in my file that Sarah was processing an application with Wayne Metro. There is a significant outstanding amount. Could parties give me an update on what is going on?
To my knowledge, a conditional dismissal was submitted on February 15th, Your Honor.
That is correct, Your Honor. We've worked out there's a Sarah payment. I can put the terms on the record if you'd like.
Sure. Let's put the terms on and I'll enter it. And if I haven't signed it already, I'll put the signature on it. But proceed with the terms.
Okay. The defendant, first of all, there's a total amount outstanding till the end of this month of $14,255. The defendant shall pay, and this is coming from Sarah, $8,240. The plaintiff has 21 days from the entry of this order to get paid by Sarah. There's a 20% amount going into escrow, which is $60, which we held in escrow. The balance, the rest of it, the defendant shall pay $1,000 before February 24th, $2,945 on or before March 15th, and $750 on or before March 30th of this year. The 20% held in escrow will be held there until April 30th. That will give the time for the landlord to comply and finalize the COC or make repairs in the expenditure of $2,060.
All right, 1,000 by the 24th, 2,000 by the 15th, 750 by the 30th.
Yes, correct, Your Honor.
8240 coming from Sarah, another 2060 in escrow to be held until April 30th or repairs to be made. In the event repairs aren't made or certifications aren't produced from the city by April 30th, what the parties have a plan for?
Well, unless there's an agreement between the parties to go ahead and for some reason let the landlord have more time, the money then would go to the defendant.
Okay. And then that money wouldn't be reduced from the amount owed, correct?
So the 20%, if they do not get it within 90 days, is to be removed from the ledger as the tenant is not responsible per the plain language of the agreement.
Okay, but doesn't the tenant kind of double up in a sense?
No, I don't agree, Your Honor. And even if they did, it's agreement that both parties have agreed to. Okay,
Okay, I'm just asking. I don't want to change the terms of the agreement. We can proceed. I'll enter the conditional dismissal. I'll ask you specific questions more general questions off the record, Mr. Featherston. You can explain it to me. But as it's related to this case, the court is comfortable entering the conditional dismissal. Please present it to the court if you haven't already, and the court will sign it. Thank you, counsel, and good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize for being late.
Oh, no, it's all right. I understand there's a bit of confusion going around. Attorney Puglia.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your case have a zero balance?
A zero balance?
Was there a zero balance on your matter?
It's a possession judgment only. There has been any rent paid. My matter, there was a property purchase in August of last year. This case was filed in October, and no rent has been collected. And my client's seeking possession judgment. This is the second hearing. The first one was in November of last year.
All right. Okay. I have to set aside the dismissal on this matter and reinstate it. I'm looking at my ROA. The defendant appeared. I'll recall this matter. I'll recall it after 456. I have one party ready to go. Do not go anywhere. Stick around. I have to set aside your dismissal and get it back on the docket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. All right. We pull 323 when you change. Recalling case number 22393456. This is mutual property management versus the file says Stan Harris.
Yes.
And all participants. May I have appearances for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157, on behalf of Ms. Dante Harris, who is present.
Good morning.
Judge, I believe Mr. Bajani had to go to a different courtroom, but we indicated that we had come to an agreement, and I would inform the court of the agreement if the court feels comfortable proceeding. Mr. Bajani was aware that he may be.
if parties are comfortable proceeding, if you're comfortable with proceeding, I'll take the, I'm comfortable, Council.
Okay, perfect, Judge. The agreement was that Mr. Bajani would enter a default judgment against all occupants, and Ms. Shante Harris would be dismissed from the matter. And the pay or vacate date would be 30 days from today's date.
So pay or vacate date of March 16th.
Yes, Judge.
30 days from today, you know, we get shorter in February.
Then let's go with the 18th, if that's okay.
All right. March 18th. Wow, day. That's still all occupants. Ms. Harris, the Harris.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for being patient and appearing in court. Shante Harris, do you understand what's going on?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, what is the total amount owed?
That I was not sure, Judge.
I'm not
I had not
sure.
had an opportunity to look at the ledger. I will communicate with Mr. Bajani, and we would together will submit the judgment to the court.
Okay, and as long as I'm comfortable with this, because Ms. Harris, you have counsel. And Mr. Bajani's gonna have to put his signature on this as well. So I'll enter the judgment by hearing. Consistent with the terms presented to me on the record. And so long as Mr. Bajani's signature represents the plaintiff's signature, this judgment will be entered with the move out date of March 18th, 2023. And then when you receive this judgment, it will be a pay amount on there. So you should receive it well before the 18th of March. And in the event that you can gather the funds to make that payment, then you can stay. But in the event you can't, the move out date will be March 18th. After March 18th, there's a chance that a bailiff could evict you.
And Judge, just to clarify, if the court has no objections, I believe it will be by default against all occupants, and then Ms. Harris will be dismissed from it.
Okay. Court can enter it as a default to all occupants. And dismissal to Ms. Harris. And I'll put SHANTA, Shante.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you. Good luck, Mr. Harris.
Is Ms. Harris free to go?
If you find a place before the 18th and you vacate, make sure you let parties know. They can make use of the property. You vacate earlier. I'm not saying leave earlier, but if you get another situation, just let parties know. Let Mr. Santiago know. Mr. Santiago, what did you say?
I was just asking if Ms. Harris is free to leave, Judge.
Yes, Ms. Harris, you're free to leave. Keep an eye out on the mail.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Judge. Have a great day.
You too. Are any parties ready to proceed? I know I have some defaults ready that I will call if we don't have anything else ready. Mr. Faraj.
Good morning, Judge. Ahmed Faraj with Michigan Legal. Case ending in 153.
Nikila Yates, are you ready? You ready to proceed on that?
Hello, I'm here.
All right. Are you, Mr. Faraj, have you talked to Attorney Haddad?
No, Your Honor.
Let's have that I'm not gonna make you host. Make co-host. I'm gonna give you co-hosting privileges. Are you capable of going in and out of the breakout room?
I am, Judge.
All right, well, I'll leave it to you, and I'll rename Keely Gates. She's here. Nikila Yates. That's what
Yes, sir.
happens. What happens when you leave it to me?
Also,
We haven't called the case yet, so if it's something procedural, let me know. If it's something related to your case, let Mr. Faraj know. He's more than capable. So I'm curious to know what you had to say. This related to the case, Mr. Faraj will take care of it. Attorney Landau is being represented by, Attorney Landau's cases are being handled by Attorney Corka, I believe.
Okay, Judge, because Mr. Gaines and I are both here for the case ending in 985. It was set for 10:55.
Daryl Gaines, okay. And you're Ms. Gomez?
That's correct. I filed an appearance this morning. It's probably not reflected in the register of actions yet, but I forwarded it to Mr. Landau.
You're an officer of the court, so I will take your word for that.
Thank you, Judge.
You said you're ready to go on that, or you're here?
We're here. Mr. Horka's in the courtroom, but I don't know if he's maybe on the record in a different courtroom.
Likely. I can call. I see I have Mr. Lewis here, right? I have Mr. Lewis here. Okay, this is magical. I mean, we're playing. It's all about timing. So, Mr. Lewis, I see you're here.
I am present if anybody needs to speak with me.
All right, Ms. Gomez, I'm gonna give you breakout privileges as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, yeah, Mr. Lewis, sit tight. As soon as Ms. Haddad comes in, I'll have your cases ready to go.
Okay.
Mr. Parker, is Asia Jones here?
Shanita Jones.
Good morning, Ms. Shanita Jones.
Good morning.
What case are you on?
Newberry Home.
Asia Jones is in a breakout room, Your Honor.
Is she talking to someone?
She is. Let me find her. Yeah, she's with Miss Lott.
Okay. As soon as Attorney Lott and Ms. Jones are done, I'll call your case, Mr. Parker.
Judge, here's that 3235.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes. Yes, Ms.
I'm sorry. This is like my first time on a Zoom call. I'm supposed to do a breakout with Mr. Ahmad. How do I go to the breakout? I don't
All right,
know.
let me see what you're invited to. Let's see. You are supposed to, you said with Mr. Faraj or Mr.
Yes,
Ahmad?
Mr. Faraj. Yes, Mr. Ahmad.
All right.
And
Ahmad Faraj, okay. So this is what's going on, Ms. Yates. He is talking to Ms. Haddad, who's the attorney on the other side. So they will likely want to have a conversation out of your presence. Then he'll likely pull you or invite you to a breakout room, give you an update, make sure everything is what you all want it to be, and then we'll be ready to proceed. So
okay, so we should just wait on a Zoom call until they call me into the room, correct?
Mr.
Your Honor,
Faraj,
we're ready.
do you
Your Honor, we're
speak-
ready on that one.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, I'm a Yates as well. I'm also part of that meeting.
Keela and Nakia, huh?
Nikayla,
Okay, Nikayla and Nakia. All right, Mr. Faraj, do you need to have a conversation with your defendants before you proceed?
No, Judge.
All right, I'll call this case. Let's see. This is ending in 153. Parties are ready to go. Let's do it. Calling case number 2239-5153. This is Grant and Main LLC versus Nikayla Yates, Nakaya Yates, and all occupants at 2916 Tyler, 2918 Tyler, lower unit. May I have appearances for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ahmed Faraj, P 84059, Michigan Legal Services, appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Thank you. Mr. Yates, can you state your name for the record, starting with Nikayla?
Good morning. My name is Nikayla Yates. And I'm Nikayla Yates.
Thank you, Ms. Yates. And I also see we have process server, Mr. Lewis present. Can you state your name for the record?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lewis, do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right. Have parties worked in agreement here?
Actually, Your Honor, we're asking to come back here at the original adjourned date of March 13th, where the case was originally scheduled for. Not prepared. The court doesn't have a copy of the motion, which was, I believe, served sent to the court yesterday by Attorney Faraj. So we're asking to come back at the previous adjourned date of March 13th.
Okay. The court finds it appropriate to adjourn this matter to the original court date of March. I think it was March 15th, but if the parties want to come back March 15th or March 13th.
Either one would be fine with me, Judge.
What about Yates?
Preferably the 15th, Judge.
All right, let's do March 15th. March 15th, 2023. I'll set it for 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Lewis?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to effectuate service of process on this matter?
I do believe it was posted, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Yates, Ms. Nikayla?
Yes, sir.
How did you know to come to this hearing today?
Well, unfortunately, we just got a email today saying we have court today. We weren't even notified that court was today. We were notified that it was March 15th, but we got an email today saying it got pushed to today.
And how did you get notice that it was March 15th?
How did I get notice? What do you mean? I'm sorry, one more time.
Like, did you get a notice? Did you get a summons and complaint?
No, sir. Mr. Ahmad told me this morning around 8:30, 9 o'clock, via email.
But you thought it was March 15th initially. How did you know? Where'd you come up with that date?
Mr. Ahmad told us as well, sir. We had a judge. I don't know her name. We had a judge, and she told us March 15th at 11 a.m.
Okay, and the court
I don't know her
recognized
name, sir.
the original date of filing was November 19th, so the proof of service would have been in November. This case has been adjourned since then to March 15th and back to this date. Court, after testimony from the the person serving this document finds it appropriate. If you have proof of service, please present it in the file. Is this still being maintained as a money judgment? Because if so, I need proof of personal service. That's just a note for me. Have that if you want a money judgment on the 15th as well. Because the file doesn't have anything, but I have a attestation of attachment. So we have some money judgment issues looming in the event there wasn't any personal service. Miss Yates, there's still an escrow order. Have you been paying escrow?
When I talked to, when we had the judge previous, she told us that we're not allowed to have escrow. This was, we had court December 7th or the second week of December. I'm not sure, but we had it like the first or second week of December.
Okay, what is?
Your Honor, for the record, they've been paying rent. They paid January and they paid February rent.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the update. Thank you for bringing that to the court's attention. This matter is adjourned to March 15th.
At 9 a.m.?
9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can I please have co-host privileges?
Yes.
Thank you.
And are you okay? I know what you're doing, so I'll let you work. Is Ada Jones and Attorney Lott ready to go?
Yes, we are, Your Honor. We're back in the courtroom.
Okay. All right. I'll call your matter short.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can I just check?
Attorney Lott, have you had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Parker?
I have, Judge. We were unable to come to a resolution.
Okay.
Your Honor, it looks like there's a Detective Edwin Cole in the room. Edwin Cole.
Edwin Cole, I'm here.
Hi, are you Detective Edwin Cole? Do you belong?
Oh, no, I'm not Detective Edwin Cole. I'm just Edwin Cole.
Okay. What time is your case scheduled for?
For 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
You need the case number?
The last three digits. Yeah.
The last three digits, 886.
886. Okay, you are supposed to be in a different courtroom. I will give you the number if you have a pen.
Yeah. Let me grab one right quick. What's the number?
360-538-0000.
Okay, 360-538-0000.
Yep, sign out and sign back in on Zoom with that number.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I think Mr. Hork and I.
Yeah, Ms. Togman, can you continue to check a few people in and then we'll get started at 11.
Okay, person on the screen named Mark, M-A-R-C, Mark. Mark, turn your audio on. Your audio is on. Mark. M-A-R-C, Mark. Still waiting for the person named Mark. Looks like everyone else has checked in, Your Honor, besides this Mark person.
All right. Well, we're Ms. Shanita Jones. I see your hand is up.
Yes, I was wondering when you were going to call my case. I'm a school bus driver, so I have to be back to work shortly.
Is Attorney Landau ready? Is Mr. Horka ready? Keep an eye out on the chat when Attorney Horka comes back. Okay.
Hello, Mark.
All right, calling case number 2239-4975. This is Newberry Homes versus Shanita Jones and all occupants.
Good morning, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff, moving to dismiss.
Dismissal is granted. Ms. Jones, you're free to leave.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a safe and blessed one.
All right, take care of those kids.
All righty now.
All right.
Your Honor, I think we're also ready to go on the record for case ending in 982.
Okay, is it a dismissal?
No, it isn't.
Is it fast?
We're just going to be asking for an adjournment.
All right, hold on. I'll call that after this one.
Thank you.
Calling case number 22393315, William Parker versus Asia Jones and all occupants. May I have appearances?
Good morning, Your Honor. Leslie Lott, P70994, United Community Housing Coalition, on behalf of the defendant Asia Jones, who's in the courtroom, Judge.
Thank you.
William C. Parker.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Ms. Jones, can you state your name for the record?
Asia Jones.
All right. The party's been able to reach a resolution.
We have not, Your Honor. We have been in settlement negotiations, and we've been unable to reach an agreement. I know the court had asked Ms. Jones to make her January and February rent payments. She tried to make those to Mr. Parker. Unfortunately, he would not accept those because it was not the full balance. Ms. Jones does have an ERAP application pending that's under review, and believes that she's able to pay the full balance in 30 days. So we would be asking for the court to do a pay or move date in 30 days from today, Judge.
Can the court will be more willing to entertain that? The court has discretion to give 10 days. I've been giving move out dates to the originally scheduled date, but this is the date that we adjourn this matter to. How much rent is owed? Is it 5630?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And does the 5630 include the outstanding water bill?
No, the outstanding water bill is $704.48 as of yesterday's check account balance.
It says $740?
$704.
704. Okay.
48.
Okay, 48.
One other thing, Your Honor, Attorney Lott made mention to the fact that Ms. Jones offered to pay January and February rent, but I wouldn't accept it. I was never contacted with regards to her making an effort to pay that rent so I couldn't accept it.
Ms. Jones. Mr. Park, are you willing to accept January and February rent right now?
No, Your Honor, I'm not.
Okay,
Oh,
all right. And this wouldn't be contingent upon anything else that the court does right now. I just asked, since we have both parties here. All right. So what is the total amount? It looks like there's is there $95 in court fees as well?
The $5,630 figure includes the $95 court fee.
Okay. And $704, which brings the total.
The water bill was $704.48.
Miss Gary, when you switched off, they went up there, now they got me. You might get a whole bunch of them that they've been transferred over the right way.
So is there a total of 6,064? Including the water bill? Ms. Jones, is that the amount you have?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Parker, what is your proposed move out date?
I'm asking for 10 days to move, Your Honor.
10 days will be, our 10 days would be February 27th. Move out date. And counsel, what date are you asking for?
Judge, I am asking for 30 days from today, which would be 12, which would be March 18th.
Have the balance paid in full by the 18th of March.
Well, I'll leave it to the discretion of plaintiff in this matter to, if he's willing to enter into a payment plan, I'll leave that up to the parties. If that can be negotiated, in the event that plaintiff wants to accept the partial payment, the court understands that plaintiff is not obligated to accept a partial payment and can demand a full payment. Court is in receipt of a summons, a complaint, proof of service, a real estate lease, a bill, several ledgers presented to the court, a quitclaim deed, property transfer affidavits, as well as pictures of the property. And for the record, this case was filed in October of 2022. When was the last rental payment before the attempt to pay January rent?
Hold on, Ms. Jones. Judge, a payment was made in September
Of when?
2022.
Okay.
For the record, Your Honor, that payment was for the month of August. It was not for the month of September.
Okay. The court is going to enter a judgment by hearing for the amount of $6,664.48 with the move out date of March 1st, 2023.
Your Honor, may I add one other thing?
Sure.
With regards to the security deposit, it should be forfeited and applied to the past due amount of rent, which is an astronomical figure of $5,630. And I also need something for proof of water bill so that I will not end up eating that as well.
I don't understand what you're asking. Proof of water bill?
That $704 will be paid by Ms. Jones.
I can't give either party legal advice, but this is a pay or move out date. So in the event she moves out, there's a chance you don't get the funds. So if you have an opportunity to receive some funds, it may be in the best interest to accept them. Does acceptance of partial payment prevent? There's a space on the judgment that will note whether or not partial payment will prevent an eviction. The court will look at that, and in the event a writ is filed, a writ hearing may be scheduled if partial payment is accepted, depending on what's checked. I can't give you legal advice, but that's up to you, and the court understands that money was presented, so it'd be difficult to not accept it if you need the money. It's up to you whether partial payment will prevent an eviction.
I understand. I have a copy of the judgment also that I need to fill out.
Okay, so present it to the court. It'll be signed. Good luck, Ms. Jones. If you're able to work something out outside of court, please get it in writing so that you'll have your necessary proofs and ability to demonstrate that to the court. This concludes this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Parker, I just asked that you send me that proposed judgment through email as well.
You mean once I fill it out?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Jones, you can disconnect.
Okay.
Your Honor, I think we're ready to proceed on 985.
Okay. All right, what case did parties say they're ready on? I'm calling anything that's ready. Mr. Paglia, you're in a unique situation. You may have to wait a little longer, and calling ready cases, then I'll call defaults in the meantime, and I'll just work from earliest to latest. So what party, who just notified me that they were ready?
That was Elisa Gomez. That's that's Mr. Gaines. Case number ending in 985. Plaintiff is Grand Apartments.
All right. Calling case number 22394985. This is Grand Apartments versus Springwell's Partners. Grand Apartments and Springwell Partners versus Daryl Gaines and all occupants. May I have appearances for the record?
Daryl Gaines. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Mr. Gaines. Elisa Gomez, P74222, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Gaines, who's here by telephone. Mr. Horka is standing in for Mr. Landau.
Mr. Horka, can you place your appearance on the record?
Joe Horka, P75969, on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right. Parties worked out an agreement.
We didn't work out an agreement at this time. We did come to an agreement to ask for an adjourned date for sometime in the middle of March. I had requested a ledger and some additional documents from Mr. Landau's office, which Mr. Horka will pass on the message. And then I'd like an opportunity to reconcile their ledger against Mr. Gaines' receipts. We're taking the position that he actually does not owe an arrearage.
All right, do you have Mr. Gaines' receipts today?
I do not have them today.
Can you get them today?
No, Your Honor, our office is not going to be able to coordinate that. Mr. Gaines is a disabled senior, so we're going to have to do a home visit to make that happen.
Understood. The court finds good cause to adjourn this matter to the originally scheduled court date of March 14th.
Will that be also at 10:55?
Let's make it at 9 a.m. if that works. I would prefer to have it at 9, so we can call it earlier in the event parties are ready to go. 10:55. Mr. Horka, how much rent is owed?
$901.50.
And what is that calculation from?
It's $741 in rent plus court cost, Your Honor. I don't have a full balance breakdown, but I will get that to Attorney Gomez for her review.
Okay, I just like keeping tabs. Where we start. Ms. Gomez, what are you saying the rent is?
In the conversations I've had with Mr. Gaines, he believes that he is current. I mean, I would note that the complaint was originally filed for, I think, $1,096.50. But Mr. Horka is saying as of today, so 4 months later, after filing, the balance is at $741. So payments have been made.
And court recognizes that. Okay, well, good luck, Mr. Gaines. I'll see you all back in court March 14th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Parties are able to resolve this earlier. Just let the court know. We understand the obstacles. I really didn't want to adjourn this, but court found good cause. So
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Gaines, you can disconnect.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Attorney Luckoff has one. And Mr. Rabbits, whose cases are you doing today?
I'm just doing one of my own, Your Honor. The last three numbers are 728.
$728?
Yes. 379728.
You see that?
Is this for Sweet Vine Thompson?
Sweet Vine Thompson?
Buscema's Manor versus Thompson, yes.
Your Honor, it says February 16th, 11:05 in front of Judge Demetria Brew.
I think you're supposed to be in front of the Honorable Judge Demetria Brew. That's what, and you're not on my docket this morning, and I think you might have had that one mixed up, Counsel.
The notice has you, so, okay. Thanks, Judge. I'll go to Judge Brew.
All right, just tell me, what does the notice say?
The notice says 436, Judge Brew.
436, Judge Brew?
Yeah.
All right, sorry about the inconvenience.
Okay, Judge, thank you. I'll go there.
All right, Mr. Lewis, I recognize that you're in here as well.
Yes, sir.
Waiting patiently. So, all right, is Denisha George or Malika Ware present? Is Mia Taylor present? Michelle Anderson, is Michelle Anderson? Mr. Featherston, I see you have a hand up.
Yes, Your Honor. I was just letting you know, as soon as Attorney Horka is ready, I believe we're ready to call a case ending in 4972.
4970.
4972.
I'll call when he's ready. Calling case number 2239-4809. This is Sweet Properties LLC versus Denisha George and all occupants of 16551 Mansfield in the city of Detroit. Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Ronnie Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you, Ms. Haddad. Is Denisha George here? Does anyone reside at 16551 Mansfield Street in the city of Detroit? The court recognizes that some proofs of service may not have made it to the file. The court also recognizes that Mr. Rick Lewis, who is the process server for this matter, is present. Can you state your name for the record?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
Do you attest that service of process was effectuated for 16551 Mansfield, Ms. Denisha George?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you remember by what process?
I believe that was attachment, Your Honor.
After 3 attempts?
After 3 attempts, correct.
Okay, the court, and I need to swear you in. I'm sorry. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
And for the record, you were previously sworn. So the court will accept that statement for the duration of court today. The court is satisfied with the testimony of the process server. Although we don't have it in the file, the process server is present and presented testimony that proof of service was effectuated. Is anyone here? Is Denisha George, anyone from Mansfield present? Counsel, you may proceed with the motion.
I apologize, Your Honor. I didn't hear you.
That's right. Do you have any motions on this case?
For the Denisha George case, we move for a default judgment.
All right. How much rent is owed?
The balance owed is $5,001, Your Honor.
All right. Default judgment is granted. Defendant failed to appear. This case was scheduled for 9:35. It's 10:42. Default judgment is granted. Please submit a ledger or documentation along with the judgment. Calling case number 2239-4839. This is National Real Estate versus Malika Ware and occupants on Lawrence Street. Is Malika Ware present? Malika Ware, does anyone live at 2925 Lawrence Street in the city of Detroit? Did you put your appearance on, counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning. Do you have a process server with you today?
Yes, Judge. Our process server, Rick Lewis, is present in the Zoom gallery today.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, good morning. Can you state your name for the record?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
I understand you're here because there is no process service, proof of service in the file, but you attest that proof of service was effectuated for this case?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, the court accepts the testimony from the process server. Court also recognizes that no one from 2925 Lawrence Street has appeared. Malika Ware has not responded to the call of the court. Notifications are up in 533 to direct everyone to this courtroom. Plaintiff counsel has also scanned the courtroom as well as the court to determine Ms. Ware's presence. At this time, the court entertaining any motions for default.
We move for default judgment for possession, Your Honor. The balance owed is $6,025 in rental arrears.
Default judgment is granted. Please present a judgment to the court so we can sign it. If you have a ledger, please present that too. Calling case number, thank you. Calling case number 22394841, National Real Estate Management versus Mia Taylor and occupants of 9980 Evergreen. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Your Honor, for the record. Good morning, Your Honor, for the record. Rania Haddad, PA 497, on behalf of the plaintiff. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. And we do have our process server here present in the Zoom gallery.
All right, Mr. Lewis, can you state your name?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
All right, the court is not in receipt of a hard copy of the proof of service. I did receive a stack of proof of services from the second floor. Did you serve this matter?
I did, Your Honor. If I'm not mistaken, that was personally served.
Okay.
Every Thursday, 12 to 2.
The court will also, after muting Samsung, the court accepts Mr. Lewis's testimony. He's already been sworn in for the day. Are there any requests for default judgment?
We move for default judgment for possession, Your Honor. The balance due and owing is $5,938.
Default judgment is granted. No writs will be issued before March 15th, which is the originally scheduled date for this hearing. Calling case number 22394843, National Real Estate Management Group versus Michelle Anderson and all occupants. Can I have appearances for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, PA 497, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you.
And then Anthony Sartorio, P84851, on behalf of Ms. Anderson, who is also present.
Thank you. Could you state your name, Ms. Anderson?
Michelle Anderson.
Thank you. And we also have Mr. Lewis. Could you state your name?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lewis, you've been sworn. I'll start with you because this is the important, very important. Was service of process effectuated for this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the testimony of the process server, and the court also recognizes that all parties are here, so we must have had some type of notice. Are parties able to work out an agreement?
We have, Your Honor. We've worked out a move-out conditional dismissal with a move-out date of March 20th, 2023, with 4B checked. And I'd like to get the permission of opposing counsel and of Ms. Anderson to sign on their behalf and submit to the court.
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Anderson, do you know what's going on?
Yes.
Are you comfortable with the decisions made today?
Yes.
The parties want to put on the record there's no rent to retain, it's just a move out date.
Yes, Your Honor. It's just a move-out date.
Okay. Pretty comfortable with the conditional dismissal, and we'll sign it so long as both sides signatures are on the.
And Ms. Haddad, would you like to sign and send it to me, or would you like me to sign on your behalf?
You do have permission to sign on my behalf. I did review the conditional dismissal and I approve.
Great. And Ms. Anderson, do I have your permission to sign on your behalf and submit the papers to the court?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I will do so this afternoon.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sartorio.
You are free to go now, Ms. Anderson, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, Ms. Anderson. All right, Stella Brown. Is Stella Brown ready? And Mr. Paglia, this may be, if there's any way of reaching Ms. Johnson.
I can try. I have one phone number.
Okay, if you can get a hold of her, it may be beneficial. And if I get both of you all in here, we may be able to resolve it today versus setting a hearing to just be back at square one.
Okay.
If you can get her here, because I don't think she thought she owed any rent either, or that's what she represented to the court. So,
okay. Okay, I will try and get back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge,
Calling
can we?
case. Go, sure. Go for it. I'll organize.
Person on the Samsung SM device, unmute your microphone. Samsung SM, what's your name? Unmute your microphone. Nope, no luck, Your Honor.
All you can do is try, you know, all you can do is try. Are any parties here, any defendants here? Cassandra Turner's here on a 1045 case. Who
Your
else
Honor,
is here?
we're ready on case ending in 982.
Let me, the last three.
The last three are 982.
Oh, 982?
Yes.
It's on my hand. Calling case number 22394982. This is Newberry Homes versus Carmen Williams and all occupants of 4016 29th Street. May I have appearances?
Howard Jabori, P86005 on behalf of the defendant. I believe Attorney Horka is standing in for Attorney Landau.
That is true. Is this a dismissal? Or is this a request for adjournment?
Your Honor, yes, I'm asking for an adjournment. There's actually another non-payment of rent case scheduled for tomorrow in front of Judge Brew. It is the same, including the same parties, and I just want to see the outcome of that. So I'm asking for a date in mid-March, whenever is available.
So are two of the same matters going on?
Yes, it's the same matter, same parties.
Oh, man, I really love to dismiss this.
I can give you the case number.
Yes, what's the other case number?
It's 223777424.
223777424.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, I'll wait to see what she does. In the event that hold on, let me see. This case was filed in November. But the court dated December, so this is the oldest case, and then that was filed after this case, it looks like. You're like, all right, yeah. Court finds good cause to adjourn. Is anything else going on in this matter? Do you know what's going on with?
So what happened was UCHC previously sent a SARA check to the plaintiff. in October, and that was for rent through September. They never cashed that check. So UCHC is actually sending another check within the next business week. And Miss Williams is prepared to pay October through February.
All the way through February, okay, all right.
That would bring her current.
Ernest, what days are you here?
I can do any day that you're available. Can we do the original date? I think the original date was 14th, but we can do 15th.
We can do the 14th. All right, court finds good cause to adjourn this to March 14th March 14th, 2023. Let's do it at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If dismissal, if you have a dismissal before, just submit it to the court. And then, thank you. That concludes this matter.
Your Honor, Tom Paglia here. I reached out to the defendant and left a voicemail, but I have no inclinations, or I'm not sure she'll be able to hop back on here.
Okay.
Could we adjourn it maybe to another date?
Yeah, I'm going to set aside the dismissal and put it back on the. This was the original date. We'll put it out. I'm going to put it out beyond March 5th. So in the event March becomes due, that could be captured as well. Calling case number 22393323, Level 5 Real Estate LLC versus Patrice Johnson and all occupants of 16260 Fairfield Lower Unit. May I have appearances?
Good morning, Your Honor. Tom Paglia, P76315, here on behalf of Level 5 Real Estate.
Good morning. For the record, Ms. Patrice Johnson was present earlier. Counsel was discovered in the originally noticed room of 533 when I zoomed into 533. This case was scheduled for 9:45. Defendant was present, Ms. Patrice Johnson, at 9:45. When the case was called, she informed the court that there was no balance owed. The court, without knowledge of counsel being present in 533 at the time, entered a dismissal without prejudice. The court, now aware of Mr. Paglia's presence, hereby sets aside the default judgment erroneously entered earlier today, and will set a new court date for March 13th at 9 a.m. March 13th, 2023 at 9 a.m. to address all issues. Parties will be notified, including Ms. Johnson and counsel. You noted that you reached out to Ms. Johnson, is that correct?
Yes, I left a voicemail for Ms. Johnson.
All right, so hopefully, well, the new court date is March 13th, and parties will come back that day. I'll see you back on the 13th.
Thank you, Judge.
Cool. All right, we'll continue on with Attorney Callahan's docket. Mr. Dodd, calling case number 22395144, Sweet Properties LLC versus Keshona Taylor Wines and all occupants at 3825 Waverly Street Lower.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rania Haddad, P 84927, on behalf of the plaintiff. Our process server is also in the Zoom gallery.
All right, you state your name, Mr. Process Server.
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. And can you attest that service of process was effectuated?
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
All right. Court
By
status.
attachment.
Okay. Is Kishona Taylor Wines here, or anyone who lives at 3825 Waverly Street, lower? Counsel, you may proceed.
Your Honor, at this point, we move for a default judgment for possession. The balance due and owing is, looks like $18,593.09.
Default judgment is granted. Please submit a judgment to the court. This court date was originally set for 3/15/23. So the court won't issue written before 3/15/23. But please submit the judgment, and if you have discretion, for whatever you please on the move out date, just notifying all parties. Calling case number 22394845, National Real Estate Management Group versus Alexia Goldman and all occupants at 8538 Roselawn Street in the city of Detroit. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927, on behalf of the plaintiff. Our process server, Mr. Lewis, is also in the Zoom gallery.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis, for appearing. Can you state your name for the record?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lewis, did you serve anyone at 8538 Roselawn Street?
I believe that was served by attachment, if I'm not mistaken, Your Honor.
All right. Court is satisfied with Mr. Lewis's testimony as he's been sworn at the beginning of this proceedings. Counsel, do you have any motions?
We move for default judgment for possession, Your Honor. The total balance due and owing is $10,024.
$10,024?
Yes, Judge.
All right, default judgment is granted. Please submit a judgment to the court. Calling case number 22395146, Sweet Properties versus Lamar Moore. Is Lamar Moore here, or any occupants at 20481 Klinger Street? May I have appearances for the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rania Haddad, P 84927, on behalf of the plaintiff, and our process server is also present in the Zoom gallery.
Hello, Mr. Rick Lewis, can you state your name for the record?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. And you're the process server who, did you serve anyone at 20481 Klinger Street?
I do believe that was served by attachment, Your Honor.
All right, the court is satisfied with the testimony of the court, of the process server, Mr. Lewis, who's been sworn in previously. And counsel, do you have any motions?
We move for default judgment for possession, Your Honor. Balance, let me take a look. Due and owing is $470, but that is not inclusive of attorney fees and costs of $160.
All right, default judgment is granted. Writ will definitely not be issued before March 15th. Please submit that judgment to the court. Calling case number 22395148, Sweet Properties LLC versus Carla Olden and occupants of 17238 Stump Street.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rania Haddad, P 84927, on behalf of the plaintiff. Our process server is also in the Zoom gallery.
Good morning, Mr. Process Server. Can you state your name for the record?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. And Mr. Lewis, did you serve anyone at 17238 South Street in the city of Detroit?
I do believe that was also served by attachment, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. The court is satisfied with the testimony of Mr. Lewis. At this time, no one has responded to the call of the court. Ms. Holden here, no occupants have responded to the call of anyone who lives at 17238 South Street. Counsel, we are entertaining motions at the time.
We move for the entry of a default judgment for possession, Your Honor. The balance due and owing is $1,976. That does not include the $160 in attorney fees and costs.
Default judgment is granted. We submit the judgment to the court. Calling case number 22395147 Beach Club Detroit versus Sheila Robinson and all occupants at 7708 East Jefferson, apartment 202. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Ronnie Haddad, P8497 on behalf of the plaintiff. Our process server is also in the Zoom gallery.
Thank you. Mr. Lewis, can you state your name?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
Thank you. And are you the process server?
Yes, I am.
All right. And did you serve anyone at the residence of 7708 East Jefferson, apartment 202?
That was served by attachment, Your Honor.
Okay. The court is satisfied by the testimony, the sworn testimony of Mr. Lewis. This is the final call of the court. Does anyone live at 7708 East Jefferson, apartment 202? If you do, please speak up right now. Court has not heard anyone respond to the call of the court. Counsel, you may proceed with any motions that you may have.
We move for a default judgment for possession, Your Honor. The balance due and owing is $1,898.56. It does not include attorney fees and costs. I'm sorry, is this, just to be sure, this is case ending in 147, correct?
Case ending in 147 Beach Club Detroit versus Sheila Robinson.
Yes, balance due and owing is $1,898.56. That's not inclusive of the $160 attorney fees and costs.
Okay. And the court will note that the original complaint was $1,260 in, I believe, October. So it looks like the defendant is paying rent, and maybe this will be resolved shortly. The default judgment is entered. No writ shall issue before March 15th at 10:45. I'm calling case number 22395150 Beach Club Detroit versus DeLorean Patrick and all occupants at 7712 East Jefferson, apartment 202. May I have appearances for the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P8497 on behalf of the plaintiff. Our process server is also present.
Good morning, good afternoon, process server. Can you state your name for the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Richard Lewis.
Thank you for attending this hearing. Mr. Lewis, did you serve anyone at 7712 East Jefferson, apartment 202?
I believe that was personally served, Your Honor.
All right. Court accepts the testimony, sworn testimony of Mr. Rick Lewis, who was sworn in at the start of this proceeding. Counsel, do you have any motions?
We move for a default judgment for possession. The balance due and owing is $9,434.61, not inclusive of attorney fees and costs.
Statutory attorney, please add your statutory attorney fees and costs before you submit your judgment. Default judgment is granted. Default judgment is granted.
Thank you, Judge. Just real quick, Your Honor, did we pass over case ending in 145?
I have 154 and 152. I didn't see.
I have those, but there's also 145.
So 145, missing, yeah. Calling case number 223-95145. Beach Club Detroit versus Vincent Starks and all occupants.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff. Our process server is also in the Zoom gallery.
Good morning, Mr. Lewis. Can you state your name for the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Richard Lewis.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Lewis. Were you able to serve anyone at 7732 East Jefferson, apartment 104?
I believe that was served by attachment, Your Honor.
Okay, court is satisfied by the testimony of Mr. Lewis, who was sworn at the beginning of the proceeding. Counsel, you may proceed.
We move for default judgment for possession, Your Honor. The total balance owed is $8,654.20, not inclusive of our statutory attorney fees and costs.
Could you give me that balance one more time?
$8,654.20.
Thank you. Thank you, Counsel. All right, default judgment is granted. I'll call his name one more. Vincent Starks. Does anyone live at 7732 East Jefferson, apartment 104? All right, default judgment is granted. And you have two more, Counsel. And luck off, you have one, and then the rest is Mr. Horker. Calling case number 2239-5152. This is Grant and Main LLC versus Reginald Gist and occupants at 7466 Parkway in the city of Detroit.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff. Our process server is also in the Zoom gallery, and I believe Mr. Gist is in the breakout room and speaking with Attorney Featherston.
That is correct. He is still in the breakout room. I had sent a message to you, Attorney about a resolution.
If we could just pass on this one, Your Honor.
Yeah. I'll pass on. Okay. I'll call this. Is India Garland here? Hold on, before I pass this matter, we're still on case number 152. Could you state your name, Mr. Lewis?
Richard Lewis, Your Honor.
All right, and did you serve anyone at 7466 West Parkway?
Yes, Your Honor, that was served by attachment.
Okay, the court is satisfied by your statement. Attesting to proof of service. Mr. Lewis was sworn at the beginning of the proceedings. Mr. Gist is not ready to proceed at this moment. You said service by attachment, Mr. Lewis?
I believe so, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The court will pass on this matter. In the event that this was personal service, please notify your counsel. I do see a money judgment requested for this file. But in any event, we'll recall this matter. Calling case number 2239-5154, Grant and Main versus India Garland and all occupants of 19640 West Chicago. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff, and our process server is here in the Zoom gallery.
All right, Mr. Lewis, could you state your name for the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Richard Lewis.
And Mr. Lewis, did you serve anyone at 19640 West Chicago?
I believe that was served by attachment, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is satisfied by a sworn testimony of Mr. Lewis, who was sworn in at the beginning of the proceedings and has testified on a number of cases today. Court also recognizes that proof of service may be delayed into the file. So the court utilizes reasonableness and whatever it deems appropriate by the parties to ensure that parties have notice for these hearings. Are any motions ready at this time?
We move for a default judgment for possession, Your Honor. The balance due and owing is $2,725, not inclusive of attorney fees and costs.
All right. Default judgment is granted. This won't be issued until after March 15th due to our scheduling issues at the court. Mr. Lewis.
Yes, sir.
You test proof of service on all of these files. I'm going to recall case number 152. You can stick around if you want. You want to leave. Thank you for sticking around, because we wouldn't have heard these cases today if you didn't show up. Because
thank you, Your Honor.
It was too many files, and I'm aware that I have proof of services for another batch. So the court is aware, and the court is also aware of who's filing these cases and who usually has proof of service. So parties are comfortable proceeding, and in the event there's a motion filed to set this aside because of a unknown court date or belief that the court date was on March 15th, the court is likely to entertain it. But thank you, Mr. Lewis. That was very helpful moving this docket along today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Recalling case number 22395152. This is Grant and Main LLC versus Reginald Gist and occupants on West Parkway. May I have appearances?
Your Honor, before we recall this case, I don't see a message from Attorney Featherson, and I would just like to take a brief moment to go into a breakout room with him. I don't see anything in my messages.
I sent it in Zoom, the Zoom chat. I just resent it. All right. I'm fine with going into a breakout room, Your Honor.
That sounds great. All right, well, I'll see you all when you come out, counselors. Mr. Gist, just sit tight.
Yes, sir.
You're not driving, aren't you?
No, sir. I'm actually at work. Just parked.
Okay. Well, when we call your case, just don't drive. You're driving
Yes,
right
sir.
now. It's fine. Just when we call your case.
Yeah, I'm not driving. I'm actually parked in my building.
All right.
Thank you.
Safety first. Safety first. You know.
Yes, sir. Always, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Calling case number 22393652. The Charm Place LLC versus Heriberto Amoles Martinez. Have appearances. Is anyone doing Attorney Luckoff's cases? All right. Attorney Horka, are you ready to go? I'll recall that matter. Can we call Attorney Luckoff?
Sure, Judge.
See if we can. Girl. She is. She may be. Calling case number 22. All right, let's see. I'll call Miss Robinson. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Ms. Dad, are you ready?
We're ready, Your Honor.
All right, I'll call your last case. It's your last one anyway, so. Calling case number 22395152. Grant and Main LLC versus Reginald Gist and occupants of 7466 West Parkway. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Ronnie Haddad, P 8497 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Gerald Featherson, P 83480 on behalf of Mr. Gist, who is present.
All right, can you state your name for the record, Mr. Gist?
Reginald Jamar Gist.
Gist. I thought it was Gist.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready. Parties worked out an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Gist will be paying the back balance of $1,975 plus $150 in court costs on or before March 16th of this year.
All right, so $1,975 plus $150, correct?
Correct, Your Honor, and we will be entering that via conditional dismissal.
So what's the final numbers? 2,000?
25? No,
2,000.
I think it's 2,225, but I'm not sure.
No, it's 2,225, sure. Okay. So conditional dismissal is entered. Which 4A and 4B?
It will be, I'm sure, plaintiff's counsel wants 4B, Your Honor, and
That
that's
is correct.
All right. By what date?
March 16th.
March 16th. It's not 30 days, but it's a month. So, Mr. Gist?
Yes, sir.
You understand what's going on?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I'm comfortable signing this conditional dismissal when I get it. This concludes this matter, and good luck.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Mr. Gist.
And Mr. Horka?
Judge, she's gonna sign on any minute now.
Okay. Mr. Horka will call your cases, and see Attorney Luckoff will be checking in with one as well. All right, we'll call them by the people who are present first. Mr. Featherston, are you representing anybody present?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Austin, who is present, and Miss Robinson, who is present.
Where's Miss Austin?
She is Samsung SMA037U.
Don't you all have breakout? Don't you have co-hosting privileges?
Yes, Your Honor, but I'm not accustomed to changing people's names. I will do so, though.
Well, I'm not even asking. Somebody can. I know you're attorney, you're counsel, but legal assistance, or it just makes it easier. I change them when I can change them. Madam Court Reporter's changing them. Just everybody change them when they can. Thank
Understood.
you.
Understood.
Because this, I mean, yeah, you understand. This is not our job, but this is our job. So, and now you got all types of different names being changed. All right. Calling case number 22394972. This is Devon Apartments versus Janine Austin and occupants on West Chicago Street. May I have appearances for the record?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969, standing in for Mark lined up for the plaintiff.
Good afternoon, Mr. Horka.
Gerald Featherson, P83480, on behalf of Miss Austin, who is present.
Good afternoon. Ms. Austin, can you state your name for the record?
How you doing, Janine Austin?
Doing well. Thank you, Ms. Austin. Have parties been able to work out a resolution in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. We will be entering a conditional dismissal, giving Miss Austin until March 26th to vacate.
March 26th, is there a pay or vacate, or is it just a vacate date?
Vacate, Your Honor.
All right.
It's going to be a conversion to termination of tenancy, but all monetary claims are preserved.
And a separate action.
Correct, yes. The only thing we're resolving here today is the possession, which would be March 26th, box 4B.
Okay, and court will recognize conversion to a termination of tenancy. Box 4B is checked, which means if parties aren't vacated by the 26th, then there needs to be no extra action from this court hearing wise, and a writ may issue. So good luck, Ms. Austin.
Thank you.
Welcome. And parties, make sure each party has consent. I'll sign it if I see both signatures at the bottom.
Miss Austin, I will be calling you later today.
All right. What did that mean? He said they gonna be taking me to court on a later date.
No, they're
I'll let you explain to me, Mr. President.
they're preserving their claims, meaning if they choose to go after the money in a different separate action, they're preserving their right to do so.
So technically by contract, you all have to go in a breakout room for this. I don't have a problem with you doing it, Ms. Austin. I'm glad you're asking what this means. In any event that this is a disagreement, just let me know. I have the rest of Mr. Horst's cases we can recall.
Okay.
Ms. Austin, Mr. Featherston may invite you to a breakout room.
Do you want me to go in there right now, Your Honor, or do you want to handle the Maxine, Miss Robinson case first and then have me go in?
No, we'll just make sure, let's make sure Ms. Austin knows what's going on.
All right.
So conditional dismissal on the condition that you vacate by March 26, 2023, there will be no further action by the court, by this court. This is a termination of tenancy, so it won't be any money that would allow you to stay. You're just going to vacate by March 26, 2023. All right. And if you don't, eviction may be filed. As for the amount of money that wasn't stated on the record, but the amount of money that the plaintiff alleges that you owe, they could possibly sue you in a separate action in civil court. Just if you owed maybe a car leasing to somebody or some type of loan or whatever it may be, in a simple civil action, separate from landlord-tenant court. So Mr. Horka said he preserves his ability to, he doesn't waive his right to collect the money if it gets filed in a separate action. This is just for tenancy. This is for you to, for them to regain possession of the property, and they're giving you until the 26th of March.
And for the record, Your Honor, I would like to state I did explain to Ms. Austin what a neutral reference was and what a settlement of all claims added language that the plaintiff did not want to include, Matt.
Okay, and we appreciate that for the record. And it's important that parties know, and if parties know, court is comfortable. So that concludes this matter. If you need to stick around and you have more questions, we'll counsel can entertain it after we conclude the document. But there's a few more cases.
I'm fine, Your Honor.
All right, well, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Calling case, Mr. Featherston, which other matters are you on right now?
Miss Robinson, the final matter on the docket, as far as the docket list goes.
I can't see that far. That generator.
All right, what is that? The last three, please.
987.
987. Are you ready, Mr. Horka? Calling case number 22394987. This is Grand Apartments, Springwell Partners versus Maxine Robinson and occupants on West Grand Boulevard. May I have appearances for the record?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good afternoon.
Gerald Featherson, P 83480 on behalf of Ms. Robinson.
Thank you. Ms. Robinson, can you state your name for the record?
Maxine Dominique Lachey Robinson.
All right. Parties worked out an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Parties have agreed to a March 16th vacate date. Will be converting determination of tenancy. 4B will be checked. I would just like to give plaintiff's counsel notice and please convey to Attorney Landau that Ms. Robinson has mentioned a issue with her heat that she would like inspected in the meantime.
So is that gonna be part of the condition or is that just
I mean,
something?
I can include it. Yeah, I mean, I would like to include it, yes, but I need Attorney Horka to verify.
We're gonna pass, no. We're gonna pass this matter, because Attorney Harker, you can't, you only have one brain. You can't do both at the same time. Unless you're talking to us and it's muted. Are you talking to this court muted or?
Just to tell Judge Brew I was in this courtroom, Judge. I'm ready.
Okay, this is the Maxine Robinson case that's being converted to a termination of tenancy with a vacate date 5. What, Mr. Featherston?
March 16th, and we would be entering it via conditional dismissal.
Conditional dismissal.
But Attorney, I had mentioned a repair issue that I would like to put into those terms.
I missed the repair issue that you stated when I was discussing something with Judge Brew.
Miss Robinson had stated she has a repair issue with the heating system in the apartment, and I would like it addressed in the meantime.
What is your proposed resolution, other than me notifying them immediately?
I mean, could you call Attorney Landau and see if he can send maintenance out there within the next 5 to 7 days?
Yes.
All right, Your Honor, could we pass so he can call Attorney Landau?
Sure. We'll pass this matter. Sharon Ivory, are parties ready to go on Sharon Ivory?
I believe we are, Your Honor, if Mr. Horka is available.
I actually do need a quick pass, please. I'll take the time to call Mr. Landau's office real quick, but Judge Sherman needs me just for a moment.
Okay. All right, well, somebody is lucky today. Calling case number 22393652. The Charm Place LLC versus Heriberto Amoles Martinez and occupants on Lafayette, Unit 204. May I have a appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff. I do appreciate the consideration of contacting me. Your Honor, this case will be dismissed without prejudice. The defendant has vacated the premises.
Okay. We were operating on normal summary proceedings timelines. You may not have gotten the same courtesy, but the court understands that this case was filed in November and a dismissal for a new court date would be fatal in certain circumstances. And the court recognizes that. So you are welcome. Thank you. You are free to leave. Dismissal
Thank
is
you.
granted.
Appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mr. Bajani.
Hello, Judge.
Hello. You have
I'm a bit early. I had a case at 9 o'clock a.m. And,
We put the terms on the record, I believe.
okay, I just wanted to make sure. I haven't checked my email, so I probably received an email from opposing counsel.
Yeah, I think, Mr. Santiago, he said that you didn't have an issue with the terms, in the event that it is not what you played, just notify the court. Both of you all are here every day, so
Sure. Thank you, Judge. And I apologize for not returning sooner.
that's all right. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Robinson, we just have attorney corpus cases. Guess I'll put them in numerical order in the meantime. Or is it recess?
Attorney Horka, are you present?
Yes.
Okay, the judge just wanted to know if you were ready. He's going to come back in 5 minutes and take care of all of your remaining cases.
I am ready, but I don't have an answer regarding Mr. Featherston's inquiry about the heat, but otherwise I am ready to proceed on any other cases.
Okay.
Hello, person that just signed in, Gabby. Gabii. Gabby.
It's not on the top 5 plays, excuse me, top 5 games.
I'm Beverly Barnett.
Was awesome.
What
right?
time was your case scheduled for?
It was scheduled at 9:15, but it was scheduled in room 533, and then they changed it to 436.
Okay, I see you on the schedule here. Were you in the other courtroom?
I was in 436 with Sabree, Judge Sabree.
What a grab.
It's for me.
This is Judge Sabree's courtroom right here.
That's what I'm speaking of.
14-7, Noah Brown.
So you're just checking in now? Where were you at before this?
I've been in this session since this meeting since I started about 9:40, and then I went to 533, and I noticed it was criminal, and I came out and redid it, and I went to 436. That's
So
when
you were in the wrong courtroom. So you're gonna have to wait till the judge comes back. The judges will be back in about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, because my phone just died like 5 minutes ago, and I just got back on. I've been holding it for. I've been whole thing.
Wait till the judge comes back.
Okay, and this for me and my mom, Beverly Barnett and Estella Brown.
Takes it 30 yards inside the Cowboys 10.
You
So
can
now
go ahead and mute your microphone.
Jordan going
Okay.
out from the 10. Lawrence finds Marvin
And then I'm
Jones.
muted when I see your face, or how does that work?
I can mute your microphone.
Okay.
Next Jack's possession.
Curtis, I don't know if you're in the courtroom.
Yep, I'm here.
Lawrence
So Miss Barnett's case was scheduled at 9:15. It has not been called yet. I guess she was in the other courtroom.
Okay, good. I think the judge may still have the file, so it's all good.
Okay. All right, Miss Barnett, I'm gonna mute your microphone.
Okay, and should I join the legal assistant inviting you to join room 3? Not now, or join?
Did someone tell you to join a breakout room?
No, it's a message on here. Join breakout room, Miranda
Oh.
Holler.
Yes.
I was gonna see if we could get an intake started.
Okay.
So go ahead and join the breakout room, Ms. Barnett. Is that okay?
Calling case number 22394987. This is Grand Apartments versus Maxine Robinson and occupants on Grand Boulevard. May I have apartment? May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 for the plaintiff.
Gerald Featherson, P83480, on behalf of Miss Robinson, who did have to leave to pick up her children.
All right, make sure Ms. Robinson is informed. Good morning. Ms. Robinson did check in earlier. All right, you may proceed, counsel.
Your Honor, I don't believe Attorney Horka was able to get in contact with Attorney Landau. I simply would just like to include language that maintenance will inspect the furnace.
That's fine.
All right.
All right, this concludes this matter. And this, for the record, is converted to a termination of tenancy. There's no pay just a move out date of March 16, 2023 via conditional dismissal. It's 4B check, 4A.
4B, Your Honor.
4B checked. Also, there's agreement that management will inspect furnace. This concludes this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, calling case number, see who else is here. Jerome, Ivory, and all right, Mr. Sartorio, who you were here on? Mr. Ivory.
Sharon Ivory, also two of the other cases earlier in the docket are here. They were in the wrong courtroom. Beverly Barnett and Estella Brown, they're actually on the same device. And they're currently in the breakout room talking with Mirinda, one of our legal assistants. So if you wanted to call Mr. Ivory, we're going to be asking for an adjournment on this one so that the parties can work out something together, Your Honor. Hoping for the original court date on that one, March 14th.
What case is this?
This is Jerome Ivory. This one was at 11 o'clock, 4990.
Calling case number 22394990, Langford at Telegraph Apartments versus Jerome Ivory and all occupants on Telegraph.
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Anthony Sartorio, P84851, standing in for Mr. Ivory. Mr. Ivory is also present.
All right, Mr. Ivory, can you state your name for the record?
Jerome Ivory.
Mr. Ivory, were you preparing for a hearing on March 14th, 2023?
Yes.
Our court finds good cause to adjourn this matter to March 14th, 2023 to the original hearing date. Parties, how much rent is owed right now?
$4,160.
I'm asking this so that it's not a surprise at the next hearing. The parties agree that $4,160 is owed. What is the monthly rent?
I don't think the amount is really in question at this point, Judge. It's my understanding there might be a repair concern as well as new employment that they're going to try and put together a payment plan in the interim.
All right, I'll leave it to the parties. We'll be back March 14th, 9 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're free to go, Mr. Ivory.
Calling case number 22394969. This is Devon Apartments versus Angela Love and all occupants on West Chicago. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff.
You. Is Angela Love present? Counsel, you may proceed. Does anyone reside at 2710 West Chicago, apartment number 203? All right, you may proceed, counsel.
I'm asking the court to enter a default judgment. Total is $640 in rent plus $160 in costs, $800 total.
Default judgment is granted. Writ won't issue before March 14th. The original scheduled court date. Calling case number 22394973. This is Aaron Apartments versus Beverly Barnett and all occupants of 625 Field Street in the city of Detroit. May I have appearances?
And she's in a breakout room with attorney Featherson.
Calling case number 22394974. This is Aaron Apartments versus Stella Brown and all occupants. Court
That's
has
also the other individual who showed up in the wrong courtroom and is in the breakout room.
Yes, they're actually on the same device in the same breakout room. Both the separate tenants for the two cases.
Same building, makes sense. Calling case number 22394976. This is Newberry Homes versus Jasmine Sanders and occupants on 29th Street. Does anyone reside at 4048 29th Street? Counsel, you may proceed.
Afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969, appearing for the plaintiff, moving to dismiss. The balance was paid.
All right, dismissal is granted. Great news. Did you submit a dismissal to the court, counsel?
Yeah, I believe Attorney Lando's office submitted them yesterday.
Thank you. Ms. Turner, you're up. Case number 22394978. This is Newberry Homes versus Cassandra Turner.
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969, appearing for the plaintiff.
Ms. Turner, can you state your name for the record?
Cassandra Turner.
All right, thank you, Ms. Turner. Parties been able to work out an agreement?
I was in the breakout room talking to the legal representative, and then I was on hold for like a good 30 minutes because, you know, I've been online for a long time, and then it got disconnected. So then when I jumped back in, nobody never joined me back into the break room, and she never talked to me after that. And I have not spoken with their lawyer, nothing. So
how much rent is
$6,726, and that includes the court costs.
is that accurate, Ms. Turner?
Yeah, but no, because see, I did do the CR application, and I did not know that CR did not finish paying the rest of the money. So technically, I have $1,800 in CR escrow account that I don't know how to get out. I explained this to the last judge. I tried to explain this to Southwest Solutions, which is the management company, but no one is understanding what I'm saying. So
we get it. So how much money? What's the amount in escrow?
It's supposed to be $1,800. What CR is holding, I don't know how to get that out. And then the remaining balance, yes, I will be in agreement to that.
All right, so we're at 3826. If we were to subtract 1,800, is that the right math?
Yeah,
And
sounds
like
about right.
$4,800. Maybe it would be about $5,000.
And far as that, and like I did explain to the representative that I was talking to, I am willing to pay that balance in full once I receive my taxes, because right now I did explain that I was suspended from my job. I was having a hardship, and I tried to explain this to my management company, but you know, I'm not going to say they don't care, but at the same time, it's not nobody's fault but my own. So I am willing to take whatever consequence will be held upon me today, but I want them to know I am willing to pay to work something out with them. I don't want them to think that I don't want to pay, because that's not the case.
Okay. And when was the last time you did make a payment?
The last time I made a payment, I'm gonna say, well, was from CR, which was September, and then during that time I filed bankrupt. So I didn't get a chance, and then I got suspended from my job. So I didn't start back work until the new year. I didn't start back work until January 9th. So you know what I'm saying? So it was like I had like a really downhill for the last 5 months. But
when did you file for bankruptcy?
I filed bankruptcy August, I want to say August 17th. Don't get me wrong, but it is in the paperwork that I did file bankrupt in August. So, you know, and like I say, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not knocking them for whatever they want to held against me today, you know, but.
All right, let me stop you for a second.
I'm in the right meeting.
Sarah, you're in the middle of a hearing right now, so you have to hold on. 9789. Ms. Turner.
Yes.
What did Sarah pay? Did it pay up to September?
They were supposed to pay up to September, but they did not. They did not do that. So they technically paid the back balance, and then yeah. So by the time I found out about it, that was doing. By the time I found out that Sarah did not pay the balance, yes, I was already behind due to the fact that I had just filed bankrupt. So when I found out about it during this time, I still been trying to figure out how I'm about to get this $1,800 out. But no one is explaining to me about this Sarah. So that was my first time doing Sarah with this particular, I guess, you know, foundation that did it. I mean, I don't know, but I did not know that they do escrows accounts and all that. That was not told to me. Everything was done during the internet, email wise. So I don't know. I didn't receive that memo.
What type of bankruptcy did you file?
I filed I want to say chapter 13. No, chapter 7. Maybe, yes, chapter 7. Everything must go is chapter 7, right? When you getting garnished and, you know, you don't want to keep nothing.
And I really think she needs a lawyer in this case. I can't proceed forward without knowing what kind of bankruptcy she's got in action. I don't know if a stay has been lifted. I know nothing. I also think an attorney could assist her in possibly getting this escrow released to her. So I don't think we can really do much to them.
I mean, I've been trying to get help. No, and like I said, I even talked to the property manager.
And she's been here, and I spoke to her in 533. Ms. Turner is trying to get this worked out, and I agree with you, Mr. Horka. You probably don't want to touch it because it may not be a file that we should even be hearing right now.
Correct.
And then Sarah may have paid the debt that was forgiven, which may be able to be transferred to the newly accrued debt. So
correct.
Let's set this for March 14th.
That's about me.
Not yet.
Ms. Turner.
The 14th sounds perfectly fine with me, and I'm gonna make sure I'll be off work.
All right, where you working?
I work at Detroit Manufacturing Systems. I'm actually been at work since 10:30. Like I've been in my car in the parking lot. Like my supervisor called me like 7 times while I've been on the phone with you guys.
All right, we'll go back to work. And all right, 9 a.m. works for you?
Yes, but okay. Is someone going to contact me because I really do need to figure out this situation?
Can legal aid put her in a breakout room and provide her with some type of contact information so she can get an attorney today instead of the 14th? I am aware that you have been here and you have
I can meet with her in a breakout room and give her advice, Your Honor. Has the case been adjourned? I wasn't here when the case was called, Your Honor. Has it been adjourned?
Yeah, I adjourned it to the 14th at 9 a.m. She's got bankruptcy. She filed for bankruptcy, so we need to, and she received a Sarah payment. So it may be an adjustment. I don't know when collections were kind of called off and what was satisfied through Sarah. Some of it may be residual. It's in your court now, Mr. Sartorio, but it's definitely a unique issue. So good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Beverly Barnett ready or Stella Brown?
Yes.
All right, because we got 23 minutes before we have to take an hour break. We got 5 cases.
I just
So-
need to review one thing with her before we get that case called, Your Honor.
All right, with who?
Miss Barnett. Miss Barnett, if you could please join the breakout room.
All right, well, Miss Brown and Miss Barnett are together, so they both, they go together and they wait together. I'll recall both of those, when you're back, Mr. Featherston.
All right, thank you.
I'll call these 3 defaults in the meantime. Calling case number 2239-4983. This is Grand Apartments versus Spencer Torrey Brown and occupants at 545 West Grand Boulevard, apartment GRND 1C. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff. Mr. Lando's office said there's a balance of $160 on the account, but he's willing to dismiss at this time.
All right, dismissal is granted. Is that balance just legal fees?
I believe it's just court fees, Your Honor.
All right. Calling case number 2239-4984, Grand Apartment Springwells Partners versus Karen Chappelle and occupants of 545 West Grand Boulevard, ground level, unit B. May I have appearances?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff. Moving to dismiss, there's a balance of $80, but I've been told to dismiss.
Dismissal is granted. Calling case number 2239-4989. This is Martin Garden Apartments versus Ebony Angeles and all occupants at 1739 25th Street in the city of Detroit.
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff. Moving to dismiss.
Dismissal is granted.
Excuse me for interrupting, Your Honor. But Miss Barnett, can you please join that breakout room?
We can do it now. Wait, we need to be in privacy, yeah. All right. But whenever you all are ready, we are ready.
So what do I hit? Start video? I mean, I see the judge.
So there should be 3 dots on the bottom of your screen that say more.
Okay.
There should be a breakout room option.
It says chat, meeting settings, and background effects. Disconnect audio.
No, not either of those. When you look at your options at the bottom of the screen, do you see one that says breakout room?
I've been seeing it. I don't. Wait, let me see. Join breakout room. Okay.
Yes, please.
Am I in? Okay.
Yeah, Miss Barnett, you need to click join. There she goes.
Mom, come in here because I got to put my phone on charger.
Your Honor, I believe we are ready to call the Beverly Barnett case.
Calling case number 22394973. This is Aaron Apartments versus Beverly Barnett and all occupants of 625 Field, Unit 106. May I have appearances for the record?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Gerald Featherson, P83480, on behalf of Miss Barnett, who is present.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The party's coming to a resolution.
Yes, Your Honor, it is my understanding that currently Miss Barnett owes $319 for her February rent, plus the court costs of $150. She is going to pay the $319 by tomorrow. She will then pay the court costs and 3 separate payments to be paid with her normal monthly rent starting in March. We will enter this via conditional dismissal.
All right.
4B.
What's your 4B?
Correct, Your Honor.
What's your normal monthly rent?
$337.
All right. Are you on a fixed income, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Well, make sure you are aware of the terms of this conditional dismissal. You have a significantly relatively low balance from what we've been seeing on an average of these cases, but in any case though, make sure you follow up and do what you're supposed to do. You're free to leave. I'll enter this conditional dismissal. You have counsel to advise you if you have any questions. Good luck, man.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Miss Barnett, I'll be calling you later. But just so you know, Your Honor, she's going to remain because her mother, Estella Brown, is also using the same device she is.
All right, we're calling case number 22394974. This is Aaron Apartments versus Estella Brown.
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969, appearing for the plaintiff.
Gerald Featherson, P83480, appearing for Miss Brown, who is present.
Miss Brown?
Hold on. Mama, they called your name. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Brown. Can you state your name for the record?
What's your name? Say your name.
My name?
Yeah, your name.
My name is Estella Brown.
Thank you, Miss Brown, and thank you for your patience. Parties haven't been able to work out an agreement.
I believe we can put the terms on the record if plaintiff is agreeable. Right now, I believe what is owed is $208 and $150 in court costs, $208 for February's rent and $150 for court costs. Miss Brown would like to pay that balance by $208 being paid tomorrow, and the same kind of thing as her daughter. She would like to pay $50 additional rent with her normal monthly rent starting in March.
Numbers are close, Attorney Featherson. She's actually behind $194 in rent, $160 in court costs, total $354. I am okay with the same resolution with the rent amount $194 being paid within 10 days, we can say, and then the rent plus $50 until court costs are satisfied.
Okay,
So,
sounds good.
What you're saying, Sheila?
Significantly, and counsel, I mean, I know it's up to you all to select 4B, but I would like to come back to court in the event that this is not paid. It's such a small balance, and I don't want her. Just stay aware of this matter and ask that parties remain reasonable. But there is a balance. I'll enter the conditional dismissal consistent with the terms that are presented. Yeah, so.
Understood, Your Honor, and I know my clients appreciate the 4A.
What is some, can you please tell me
I
what
can't
this?
tell you put 4A versus 4B, but if I think this is one that is kind of appropriate considering the small balance, the inability to use Zoom, the entire situation. But I'll leave it to the discretion of the parties. And Ms. Brown, just make sure that you pay your February rent and there are legal fees attached to the original filing when you were probably late in November. So in any case, that is a real fee that the plaintiff's attorney can ask for. So just make sure you complete this balance. And the court took some good notes and will sign a conditional dismissal when it's presented to the court.
Understood, Your Honor. And I think Miss Barnett or Miss Brown was trying to ask a question.
What is up, Mamo? Because it was calling out figures. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, there were two figures. I think Mr. Horker's figure was like maybe $3, $2 less or more. What's our final figure?
So
It's 194 in rent, 160 in court costs, 354 is the total.
$354.
Now, may I speak? When the other young interviewing me, he asked the question, do you have any rent? I mean, any heat? She hasn't had heat for 2 months. As of today, she still don't have heat.
Attorney Horka, can we put language in the conditional dismissal that her furnace will be inspected?
Yes.
I'm going to refrain from entering this conditional dismissal and set this for March 14th, 2023, which is the original court date. The court sees it necessary. We do have a winter advisory today. The balance is significantly low. By March, defendant would have paid February's rent based on the representation of the court, as well as an additional $50, and most likely would have paid March rent with an additional $50 by March 15th. The court recognizes the small balance and also recognizes that this adjournment may not inconvenience either counselor, because you all are here pretty much every day. Additionally, Ms. Brown does have a heat issue that the court would like for plaintiff to address. In the event that we didn't adjourn this matter, there is a chance, not by fault of plaintiff's counsel, but there is still a chance out there that the heat issue doesn't get addressed. It was brought to the court's attention. The court appreciates the effort by both parties to enter a conditional dismissal in this matter. And if it is to be held in advance by the parties, that's fine, but I'll see you all back on March 14th.
Your Honor. This is a new issue to me. I was not aware of the repair issue. If there is a major repair and we're already going to put it out in the future, can we just get an escrow order and then have a hearing on abatements if there are actual heat repair issues? The knowledge of this issue just kind of changes my strategy completely.
The court is just concerned about the issue being addressed.
I hear you.
What are you asking? What was your request in lieu of the March 14th date?
So so an escrow order and then we come back on March 14th, she pays the courts for the March rent plus the $50 in court costs. But then we have a hearing on the repair issue if we do find out that she hasn't had heat. If she hasn't had heat for a portion of the winter, I believe abatements are reasonable.
Mr. Harper?
Can only do so much operating on the fly on the record, Judge. None of this was presented to me. It doesn't sound like Attorney Featherston had any advance notice of it. I would ask that the court just adjourn the case in its entirety and we'll take it back up on March 14th.
And I think that's appropriate. If Ms. Brown, if you elect to escrow your rent, you won't be penalized by the court for doing so. But I do ask Mr. Featherston, if that's your plan, you have to present that argument on the 14th. There's still an obligation as it would have occurred. I mean, I could have entered this conditional dismissal, but the court's concern is addressing the heat. So Mr. Horka, can you please make sure the heat is addressed before the new adjournment? And if there are any issues with the amount of payment, then we'll entertain that as well. If the heat is determined to have not worked and an abatement is appropriate, we will determine that as well. But the court's major concern is heat for the upcoming days to make sure that Ms. Brown is not without. And then determinations on abatements and everything else will occur on the 14th. There's a small balance, there's a small amount of rent. So I'm not going to order an escrow because it's just going to be ordered to either other party. When Ms. Brown can hold on to her money for another month or pay it, whatever it may be. Credits can be issued. I'll see you all on March 14th, 2023.
Understood.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This concludes this docket for today. Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow if you're here tomorrow.
Your Honor.
The court will log off. If parties think to talk to their attorneys, I'll just leave this break room open for a while so you all can kind of figure out the next strategy or move.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you, Madam Court Reporter.
See you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. I was told to call back at 1:30.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just one of them. No, not me.
So do I just wait? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Do I just
98
wait?
814, yes, ma'am. Do you have a case this morning?
Yeah, I had a case this morning. My lawyer told me to call back at 1:30.
Okay, who's your lawyer?
It was Valerie Moran, but it's someone else now.
What's
I
your
just
case?
got her today.
I don't believe you're in this courtroom.
She's in Judge Sherman courtroom.
Did you hear that, ma'am?
I'm in Judge Sherman's courtroom. So
Correct.
what is that on? So what do I need to do?
Did you, is this a call in? Did you call in? I can place you in the breakout room and tell you how to get to Judge Sherman.
Okay, thank you.
You can do it in the main room, really. It's no cases, courts are closed. I'm stopping up